cross-legged in her oversized hoodie, sipping her now lukewarm tea as she stared at the blinking cursor of an empty search bar. "You know," she muttered to herself, "if I wanted my life to spiral into a conspiracy, I could have at least started with a better breakfast." She pulled out the notebook they'd recovered from Blackwell's office, the edges of the paper frayed and curling, as though they too were trying to escape the weight of its secrets. Her phone buzzed next to her. Mira glanced down. "Jake." Soft clicking as she answers, followed by Jake's voice, slightly tinny but familiar. "Mira, please tell me you slept." Mira snorted softly. Sleep is for people who aren't piecing together an underground experiment. She tucked the phone between her ear and shoulder. Jake's sigh was audible, even over the static. "I'm just saying, you're not much help to the world if you pass out mid-detective work." "Noted, Mom," she teased, rolling her eyes. "Ha ha ha." Jake's voice was drier than her tea. "Anyway, I found something." Mira perked up, tossing her notebook onto the bed. "Talk to me." "It's about Dr. Ellen Graves," Jake said, his tone shifting into business mode. "Her name pops up in Blackwell's files a lot, right? Well, she disappeared 6 months ago, left her job, wiped her digital trail clean." Mira frowned, her fingers tracing the edge of the notebook, like she knew someone was coming for her. "Exactly." Jake hesitated. "There's more. She had a connection to someone else, a Sarah. I found a partial address for her near Pier 17. Pier 17. Mira sat straighter, the words sparking something. "Isn't that where no one goes anymore?" Jake interrupted. "Yeah, and if this isn't a horror movie setup, I don't know what is." Background sound shifts to soft cafe chatter, the clink of coffee mugs, and distant murmurs of conversation. By late afternoon, Mira and Jake were holed up in their favorite cafe, the Beanery, their usual corner booth strewn with laptops and notebooks. Jake nursed a mug of hot chocolate, marshmallows melting into sugary foam. "You know," Mira said, stealing a marshmallow off his drink, "you could have gotten coffee like a normal person." Jake gave her a look. "And lose my sugar-based coping mechanism." "Never." Mira laughed, the sound light despite the weight of their conversation. "Okay, so we think Graves is hiding, and Sarah might know where. But why Pier 17? Mira tapped her pen against her chin. "It's abandoned. No one would go there unless they didn't want to be found." Jake finished. The two of them exchanged a glance. "We're doing this, aren't we?" Jake sighed, already pulling up directions. "You're a fast learner," Mira quipped, sliding the last marshmallow from his cup. Shift to nighttime sounds, distant waves, the occasional rustle of leaves in the wind. Pier 17 loomed in the distance, its skeletal warehouses silhouetted against the starless sky. Mira pulled her scarf tighter around her neck, her breath visible in the cold air. Jake walked beside her, flashlight in hand, muttering something about how bad of an idea this was. "If we get kidnapped by shady government agents, I'm blaming you," he said. "Noted," Mira said, suppressing a smile. "But if we find a secret bunker, I'm taking all the credit." The faint scent of salt and rust hung in the air as they reached a rusted door at the side of one warehouse. Mira reached out, testing the handle. It gave way with a groan. "Perfectly normal," Jake whispered, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "Totally not creepy." "Relax," Mira said, stepping inside. "If anything jumps out, I'll throw you at it." The sound of footsteps echoes faintly, the space vast and empty, save for the hum of a single flickering light bulb. The interior of the warehouse was eerily quiet, every step reverberating like a shout. Mira moved carefully, her flashlight beam sweeping across crates and dust-covered furniture. Jake trailed behind her. "Do you ever think maybe we should figure stepped into the light. It was a woman, her hair disheveled and her eyes wide with fear. She clutched a folder to her chest as though it were her lifeline. "Dr. Graves?" Mira asked cautiously. The woman's gaze darted between them, her posture tense. "Who are you?" "I'm Mira. This is Jake. We found Blackwell's files. We know about Project Eterna." Graves's expression shifted from suspicion to a guarded relief. "You shouldn't have come here," she said, her voice trembling. "It's not safe." Before Mira could respond, the roar of engines pierced the quiet night. Lights flooded through the windows, casting long, shifting shadows across the warehouse floor. "They found me," Graves whispered, panic rising in her voice. Cliffhanger sounds, hurried footsteps, distant shouts, and the faint hum of an approaching vehicle. "We have to go," Mira said urgently, grabbing Graves's arm. Jake hesitated, glancing toward the approaching headlights. Mira, we've got company." Mira shot him a look, then stopped gawking and run. The three of them bolted toward the back exit, their footsteps pounding against the concrete as shouts echoed behind them. And just like that, their search for answers became a fight for survival. And that is where we'll leave them tonight. Thank you for being here, for breathing in the mystery and the quiet tension. Until next time. Ava Moon, calm but with a playful lilt to her voice. "Well, hello there, beautiful people. Or, mildly curious night owls who stumbled onto my corner of the internet. Welcome to the cozy chaos that is my channel. My name is Ava Moon, self-appointed queen of mysteries, lover of snacks, and occasional teller of halfway decent jokes." She chuckles softly. "If you're wondering what you've wandered into, let me set the mood. Think of me as your slightly over-caffeinated narrator, guiding you through stories of suspense, secrets, and just a hint of danger. But don't worry, we keep it comfy here. Candles, blankets, and snacks are all highly encouraged. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't your average bedtime story. Oh no, my friends. Here, we dive deep into mysteries, the kind where the shadows might hold secrets, and every creaky floorboard could mean someone's watching. Cue dramatic music. Ha, ha, ha. Kidding. Kind of. But seriously, if you hear a weird noise in your house while listening to me, that's probably your dishwasher. Probably. Switching to a more playful tone. So, who am I when I'm not whispering sweet mysteries into your ears, you ask? Well, I'm 23, perpetually running late, and a firm believer that iced coffee is a year-round beverage. My friends say I'm dramatic. Gasp, me, dramatic. But really, I just believe in living life like it's a movie, preferably a thriller, with me as the stylish lead who always solves the case before anyone else. Lol. Okay. Enough about me. Okay, enough about me. Let's talk about you. You're here, so clearly, you've got excellent taste in late-night entertainment. Maybe you're the type who can't resist a good whodunit. Maybe you're just trying to fall asleep to the sound of my soothing voice. Or maybe, just maybe, you're secretly a detective yourself, waiting for your next big case. Whatever the reason, I'm glad you're here. Together, we'll unravel mysteries, follow the breadcrumbs, and maybe, just maybe, uncover something we weren't supposed to find. Sound fun? Thought so. Gentle, calming voice. So, grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's get started. Oh, and if you hear me snacking mid-story, don't judge. It's part of my process, okay?